If something can trigger you, it means you're walking around with a loaded gun. It's not everyone else's job to avoid making you pull the trigger. It's your job to unload your gun. That's why I developed the reset process. The reset process is a tool I created to help you let go of emotional triggers at their core. And once you fully unload them, you break that invisible chain that holds you back in your life. The reset process eliminates the root cause, so you will never be triggered again on that one topic. It's the most freeing process I've ever used on myself, and I've shared it with thousands of people with profound results, so I want to share it with you today. Maybe you've heard, when you're triggered, breathe deeply and respond like an adult, or allow the feeling to flow through you and set it aside. Yes, that's what healthy people do. Problem is, it takes effort. It's a weight on your biology. It takes energy that you could put somewhere else in your life. You get triggered because your body stores some old threat. And with the reset process, you remove the response to the threat entirely, forever. So this isn't about managing emotions. It's about eliminating the root cause of triggers that aren't useful in your life. You can look at your greatest enemy and feel peaceful, so you can choose how to act in the presence of someone who really doesn't have your best interests at heart, instead of reacting, which means you're not in charge of yourself anymore. The reset process lets you reclaim energy that you waste every day because your body has triggers built in that you probably don't know about. The reset process helps you address those triggers and sometimes even trauma on a profound level. Once you've let go, it is so much easier to live with a sense of peace, even around your greatest challenges. I've used the reset process with every major event that was hard in my life. Huge business setbacks, personal betrayals, people stealing money, family members doing things completely unacceptable. And I can genuinely look back and feel completely at peace. When you're a high achiever, challenges and setbacks will come up more, not less. But being able to approach them without resentment or holding a grudge is what freedom means. The reset process lets you operate without that constant stress and energy drain, and it frees up energy so you can do the things that matter in your life, like be with your community, be with your family, be with your loved ones, and improve yourself, instead of reacting to someone out there in a way that you didn't choose to do. This is a really efficient form of healing, and that's what biohacking is all about. Finding faster, more effective ways to reach your goals, including emotional and spiritual ones, and not wasting energy or time along the way. Here's how to do the reset process for yourself. This is the crown jewel of 40 years of Zen, my neuroscience brain upgrade program, where thousands of high-performing executives have gone in and reset their triggers and upgraded their brains. And it's here for you now. All you have to do is do the work. Here's what you do. You think of something that triggers you, and you sit with that feeling. It can be something that usually pops into your head. It might be something that happened yesterday. Someone cut you off in traffic, but usually it's tied to something older, a bullying experience, something one of your parents said or your spouse said. And I want you to start out with something easy. Let's say someone cut you off in traffic. Say, okay, I'm going to run the reset process on that. And in your mind's eye, you sit the person down right in front of you, the person who made you angry, and you imagine above your shoulder some kind of infallible figure, a deity. Not anyone who's ever actually been alive in your life. In other words, not Mother Teresa, even if you like her, someone like God, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, or just a light that represents undeniable truth. And it sounds weird that you're just imagining this, but this is how you work with the unconscious parts of your body. They're called unconscious because they don't really make any sense to your conscious brain, but this works. And then once you've really got this person sitting in front of you, you say to them, you did this, and it's one thing they did. You can't say, you acted like a jerk. You say, you said X, you cut me off in traffic, and it made me feel, and you define the feelings. Did you feel angry? Did you feel upset? Did you feel disrespected? Did you feel betrayed? Did you feel injustice? Whatever it is, you identify it. And here's the part that isn't fun. You only have to do this once. You turn on the bad feeling and you actually experience it fully. So how did it feel in your stomach when it happened? What did it feel like on the hairs on the back of your neck? Did you grit your teeth? Did you sweat a little bit? You've got to turn on the somatic felt sense of this. That's how you communicate with your body, and it's how your body communicates with you. And you can play any feeling you've ever had in your body back at will, just like a Spotify playlist. Once you're feeling that, you really have to go deeper into it. It's like, it should feel unpleasant. If you were pissed, you want to feel the physical feelings of being pissed. If you were sad, you want to turn on sadness. It's not going to be fun. Now, once you've really leaned in and you're sure you're feeling it, if you do this right, you might even have a tear. It's okay, you're safe to do it because you're in charge this time. And once you really know you're feeling it, you turn on curiosity. I want you to go through the experience and find one good thing that happened as a result of that experience you didn't like. Even the act of curiosity can help you step out of that feeling. But you're finding one good thing that happened because gratitude flips a switch in your brain. And if you want to go into forgiveness, you want to let something go, it doesn't work without gratitude. Gratitude is the spark that lights the fire of forgiveness. And forgiveness is what permanently turns off a trauma. So now you're sitting there. You've experienced the negativity. You experienced curiosity. And then you experienced gratitude. It could be the tiniest little good thing. It doesn't have to be a big one. And you don't have to tell the person that you forgive them. This is about unloading your responses so you can release the trigger fully. And now you look at things from the other person's perspective. You're moving first to empathy. How did it feel like to be them? And you step into compassion. I wonder what happened to that person to make them so angry, to make them so traumatized. What did their parents do to them? Were they bullied? What's wrong with them? Maybe they're just a flawed human being. Something happened, and what they did wasn't about you, it was about them. Maybe they were hurting. Maybe they didn't even know what they were doing. Gratitude and compassion lets your heart open, and you can actually feel it opening. And you'll start to feel peace, and maybe even love for this person. Maybe they cut you off in traffic because they were on the way to the hospital, not because they were thinking about you. Maybe they said something mean because when they were growing up, that was all they ever heard. And then what you do is you check in with that deity. Do you get a thumbs up? Do you get a yes, you did it? Awesome, you're done. And if you get a that's just you saying you can go deeper. And when I do this with neuroscience, we can measure the results. And what you're going to do is you're going to check in. You might have to do this a couple times. You have to feel it fully. You have to feel gratitude, and then you work on compassion. If you don't feel it fully, or you don't say, you did this and it made me feel this, it doesn't work. It's very precise. It's a specific hack that gets into the operating system in your body. This is exactly what we do at 40 Years of Zen, but we have a lie detector. We have electrodes on your head that help you to know that you did it all the way. And since you don't have that right now, it's a felt sense. Did your heart relax? And when you think about this again, do you still want to grit your teeth? Do you still feel that tension in your stomach, or are you free? If you do this regularly on all the people who piss you off, you can be free. And it creates so much more energy and presence and consciousness in your life. So you get to choose how you behave every day instead of every day and other people choosing how you behave. That's not how you want to be if you're a biohacker. When executives and pro athletes and celebrities come to 40 Years of Zen and work with my team for 5 full days, it's a dedicated facility. We map your brain, we suggest areas you can work on, and we use neurofeedback, playing electrical signals that come off your brain through a computer to show you what your brain can do. And you get the same state of your brain after 5 days that normally takes up to 40 years of daily meditation. It's transforming. And this is one of the reasons I can do the things I do in the world. I've spent 6 months on this kind of a process. That's multiple lifetimes of daily meditation. The 40 Years of Zen experience puts your biology first. There's an executive chef for meals that support your brain. It's in a beautiful forested place. And we recommend supplements and other things so that you're at your full power when you're going to go in and edit your unconscious response to the world around you to make it conscious and to make it so that when you have an unconscious automated response, it's the one you want instead of the one that just happens. The reset process is about reclaiming your life from the hidden forces that hold you back. Imagine if you could live your life without the weights of past hurts, the things that were most painful. You can talk about them, but it doesn't hurt to talk about them. And all the energy that now gets bound up in that goes into doing things that matter most in your life, including evolving yourself, including being of service to your community and your family, your most intimate relationships. That's what the reset process will give you. You'll feel lighter and stronger than you ever have before. Make it a part of your meditation practice, and I'd love to see you at 40 Years of Zen.